Good afternoon, everybody. It is 3:03 on Friday, and I have just left my office for the weekend. Heading home, gonna play with my kid. Going out later tonight to my friend's birthday celebration, and that should be cool. And yeah, that's it. Today was an interesting day. Had to do some heavy lifting, tweaked my back a little bit, so I'm in a little bit of pain. It was a big piece of equipment for this gigantic job that we're doing, and it was cool because the person who came to pick it up, one of the freelancers helping us out, he actually used to work for us, so it was good to see him again and catch up. But I don't know, pretty good day. Our IT guy came in today because we had to replace the one PC that we have in the office. Everything else is Mac, and it was cool. I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to him that much. He rarely comes in. He owns his own business and all that stuff, but I got to talk to him for a little bit about computers, and it was nice being able to chat with somebody in my wheelhouse. So as far as the lesson of the day, restraint of tongue and pen, I think would be today's lesson. There was, had this 800-pound piece of equipment, not 800 pounds, it was an 800 amp disconnect. It was 341 pounds. And for some reason, my boss had it delivered to our office instead of the job, which was like an hour away. And, I definitely had some choice thoughts about that, and some choice thoughts about the fact that he wanted me, somebody who he knows has a kind of a bad back, to help, like, put the thing in the loading dock and then unload it and put it into a truck. So I definitely had some choice thoughts, and I stress the word thoughts because the thoughts did not turn into words, and that's like really important, especially if you're not the business owner, and you need a job. I do talk about company culture a lot and how you can become a leader, even if you're not in a management position, but there are times that you do just need to kind of like hold your tongue, and that is a skill that I have had to learn over time. And basically what it comes down to is, asking myself 3 questions. Does it need to be said? Does it need to be said right now? And does it need to be said by me? And don't get me wrong, there are plenty of times when the answer to that question is like, hell no, but I say it anyway, and then I get into trouble, and then I learn a lesson, and I try and get a little bit better. But, today, fortunately, I asked those questions, and the answer was no. Well, the answer was yes to the first. It needed to be said, but it didn't need to be said now, and it didn't need to be said by me. It just wouldn't have been helpful. And so I refrained from saying anything. The only thing I mentioned was, I did tweak my back. I'm in a little bit of pain. I will try and help this guy load the thing into the truck, but I'll tell you, I may have to back out. Other than that, it was pretty good, so asking those 3 questions, and sometimes you have to ask those 3 questions like really quickly, so you got to make sure that you're like in the mindset to be able to do that. And today, fortunately I was, and I was able to practice restraint of pen and tongue. So that skill like doesn't just apply to business. It applies like everywhere in life, because there are definitely times when I'm in a situation where like I know like the perfect thing to say to get like the right reaction and all that, but when it comes down to it, whatever needs to be said or whatever I think needs to be said doesn't actually need to be said. So that's it. I'm actually going to hop off the phone. I got a guy who responded to my Instagram post asking for people who want to be interviewed for my podcast. And I'm about to give him a call, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully I can set something up. So within the next couple weeks, I will be interviewing somebody on my podcast. And so that's exciting. But it's going to be a long weekend, 3-day weekend. I'm going to try and bust my ass and get a whole bunch of stuff done Saturday and Sunday. So Monday I can just spend with the family and not have to worry about it. Get to bed early because next week I go back to opening every day. So I'm going to need to get my rest. Guys, I hope you have a good 3-day weekend. If you're not working a 3-day weekend, I'm sorry. And I will talk to you. I'll talk to you on Monday or maybe Tuesday. I don't know yet. Probably Tuesday. See you guys later.